Hello there, wrestling fans! Welcome to another internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I'm once again back in the Panther Memorial Studios. And now introducing my partner in crime, the happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on, internationally known? What's going on? What? Yeah. World Wildlife Fund?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Because we got a guest, Joe, right?
Yeah, so before we introduce our guests, let's break down our weekend, man. So, which one was your favorite? NYWC or VPW? Because
I really like both. It's really hard to say and pick one because both shows were really, really good.
Because remember, NYWC is our home, and that's our family. So they brought us, and once again, we had to say this. We have to give a humongous thank you to NYWC, our family, for inviting us out there to come to their show and just giving us so much love.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching us. Thank you, NYWC. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for showing us so much love. You know, we've been fans of you guys for 15 years, and just you showing us that love, we know you really appreciate us. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for giving us so much respect and sign language. Thank you. So now, no more tears.
This guest has been everywhere, actually.
This man has been everywhere. Everywhere.
AW Dark. WWE, everywhere.
WWE. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to Super Panda.
Yo, what's happening, guys?
What's going on, dude?
Panda, not too much. Welcome to the Dudes at Ringside.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. What's going on, guys?
This is great, man. Like as I said to you before we're live, I was like, as being a grandson of a luchador and cousins of two. I know it gets funny because I knew my grandfather was a luchador and a heel on his May, the old school style, and then I find out. Pandemic, I find out I have two other legendary people in my family that did this stuff. So, for you being in the business, being a luchador, is it harder to be because you can't really see on the sides, and do you have to tell people be careful when you wrestle me with your mask on and stuff like that?
No, it's up to me to get the job done. It's on the person wearing whatever they're wearing to figure it out. You lose a little lower peripherals, I find, but I got big eye holes, so it's all right. Not too bad.
Oh, there's our fellow wrestling fan of our podcast, Riley Measures. He is from the United Kingdom. We have a fan. One of your wrestling brothers. He's from England. He's a good guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love UK. I love UK wrestling. I love UK people. My trainer was from the UK.
Have you ever wrestled in the UK?
Me, no. I would love to, though. I was trained by Norman Smiley, obviously. So I have a love and affinity for that territory and would love to go there one day.
For those that are not familiar with you, would you want to introduce yourself? I mean, they should know.
You know, just your random friendly neighborhood Super Panda.
That's awesome. So, my question is, how was it training with the great Norman Smiley? Because as a kid, I used to love watching him wrestle because of his style with the dancing and stuff like that. They used to such impress me as a kid. So, how was it wrestling with Smiley? Training with him?
It was pretty awesome. I was born and raised in Miami, and I started doing backyard wrestling like every dumb kid in the '90s. And I graduated in 2003, and then I went directly to pro wrestling school, and the school that just happened to be near me in Florida was owned by a guy named Rusty Brooks, and we had another trainer named Soul Man Alex G, who came from the Great Malenko School, as well as Norman Smiley, who came from the Great Malenko School. So I was just stoked to be learning from people that were legit. And after training for a little bit, you find out that Norman was very respected all over the world. He was known as Black Magic in Mexico. The dancing stuff he only did in WCW. In Japan, he wrestled a lot of like shoot style matches. Like people give Bloodsport a lot of credit, but Norman was doing that in Japan 30, 40 years ago, and wrestling a very hard style. And I was been a lifelong martial artist, so getting to meet Norman Smiley and learn from him and learn that UK style and learn what he knew from Japanese wrestling and learn what he knew from Mexican wrestling. You know what made Eddie so great is that Eddie was comfortable doing Japanese wrestling, UK wrestling, American style, lucha style, because he had worked in Japan, because he had done so much in America, because he had done so much time in Mexico, obviously. Same thing with Norman. Norman spent a lot of time. Obviously, he learned European style wrestling and then did tours of Japan, then did tours of Mexico. Now he's here in America, did American television, and I'm able to funnel all that knowledge. And I think he saw something in me, because after a few months, he stopped charging me and just let me just go there. And after a few years of working the Indies in Miami, he took me on a overseas USO tour of Korea and Guam, wrestling for the troops. And I just love Norman to death. Talk all the time. He's a beautiful human being. I love that he's up in WWE right now where he belongs, and he's the man's a saint. Me.
So, what was it? Also, it says that you were you also worked with Karrion Kross, which is amazing, in that strap match.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite matches, because I had never done a strap match before, and I knew that I had to go up against Karrion Kross, who I've always loved. We worked together on some other projects, a short film here and there, and obviously a lot of training. We both have that martial arts style, and there's always been a bit of a like a saber-toothed Wolverine thing going on between me and him, which I always found interesting. And when I got the call that we were going to be in a strap match, I was nervous because I never done no strap match, and Karrion Kross is a very serious competitor. You got to be on your A game doing a style that I've never done. But afterwards, it was it got great reviews. People speak very highly of it. I'm very proud of that match. I think it's on YouTube on Rogue Wrestling channel on YouTube. I loved it. It came out really cool. Karrion beat the living shit out of me, as maybe I deserved it.
Dude,
we became close friends after that. Yeah, once you beat the shit out of someone with a leather strap, there's a bonding thing that happens, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Great match. Yeah, loved it. Yeah, and I'm really proud to see where he is today. Everybody over at Rogue Wrestling and I think all over the world knew that he was going to be a huge star, and he'll continue to grow and see big things from him in the future.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, how many masks do you actually have in your collection? Like
right now, I think I only have 4. I've had about 7, but a lot of mask makers they'll take a mask instead of taking any paint, and it's kind of a cool barter system. And what I like about doing that is that my mask starts getting circulated amongst the collective, private, secret collectors, and I think it's cool because the mask is like a art. So I'll trade mask. I'll say I'll find a cool maker, and when you find a badass artist, I don't want to just like pay them. It feels like I'll like, hey, I wrestled match A, B, and C in this match. It's a legendary mask. You keep this mask, make a new one for me, and then we'll trade, and then he'll have that part of his collection, and then I get a brand new mask. But at the moment, I have about 4 of my own. But I think in circulation somewhere there's like 7.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll sometimes I'll sign them, and if they pop up somewhere or wherever, that's cool. I like that they're in the private. I like they're private owners and not just with me.
That's cool. Like I collect stickers, but I'm always thinking, I'm like, I should start buying masks. Because it's sad because my grandfather's mask, my uncle won't give it up. Yet I'm the biggest wrestling fan in my family. Like my uncle has it because it's dad's, but I'm like, you can get it made. I told this to my dad, and my dad's been thinking of like going on one of those mask websites to get my grandfather's mask made. And I'm like, I told my dad,
right,
I could just do an easy swap. I'll make the mask look nowadays, and just take the old mask. And when I saw it, the way they're keeping it, I cried. You're keeping it in a Ziploc bag. I'm like, are you serious?
I'm Instagramming right now that I'm live. I'm live right now.
Live. That's right. Your mask is so amazing, and it reminds me of the movie Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
Also, what has inspired you to choose your gimmick? I love it.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I love that movie.
Yeah.
My gimmick had a few inspirations. Originally, I always loved the Attitude Era, and I hated when the World Wildlife Fund removed the F from WWF and made it WWE. It really kind of pissed me off. So as an FU to them, I wanted my character to be an Attitude Era style panda, because screw them, because I love the Attitude Era, and I liked that it was WWF. I hated when it dropped it. So, and their logo was a panda, so I thought that'd be funny. And then the character is just essentially me. It's a combination of Eddie Murphy from Beverly Hills Cop, Rudy, and Wolverine, pretty much. But instead of a Wolverine, it's a panda. I like the idea of a cute, cuddly panda that could beat the shit out of you if you piss him off.
Yeah. Before we went on the air, me and Joe were actually having a joke saying, like, if you were in a panda stable, we thought you would be in the BW. What is it? The
PWO.
PWO, the Panda World Order. Everybody would be wearing panda masks, and you'd be the leader.
And to get in, you have to get panda style beat up. Everybody just gangs up on you, just scratches you.
Like or you can just call yourself.
You just scratch you, and it's
or you
that
can just call yourself the WWF.
And exactly. The lights go off, and they just attack. You hear a roar sound, and then the guys come back on, and they're either wearing the shirt or they're just knocked out.
The WWF would be a funny name for that stable.
Yeah, it would be. You could just call yourself the WWF. It will be the worldwide.
You can do the NWO font.
Yeah.
As like an FU to them, But how is it like working for Tony Khan in AEW?
He's like it's like working with Elon Musk of professional wrestling, bro. He doesn't stop. After the match, after the show, and this is after like dark, so like there's you'll do dark super late. And after that, everyone's having lunch, dinner, and he's still working. And he's out. He's running around doing absolutely everything. He's the Elon Musk of professional wrestling.
Crazy.
That's insane.
It's real cool. And everybody back there was nice. It was my agent, Jerry Lynn, and also Christopher Daniels. They were amazing to work with. I wish it was in front of a crowd. I feel as though I'm at my best in front of an audience. I can't fake certain things. I do this for an audience. I don't do this for money or to sign my name on a piece of paper. I do this for the art form and for the individual matches. So I need people to be there. That's why I've been kind of just like waiting for people and or doing matches that have interesting opponents as of late.
Yeah.
I don't need to go have a bunch of matches in front of nobody.
Sorry.
No worries.
You also worked on the Stadium Stampede also, which was actually pretty cool.
Yeah. They brought in. I do a lot of work in show business, and I do a lot of work in producing. I'm in the Producers Guild. I'm also in the Writers Guild. Outside of the mask, I produce a lot of content, new media, VR, features, different things. Pro wrestling is one of the stuff that I work in production as well. So me and a team of fight design guys and stunt guys were asked to come up with some stuff to make certain things safe for the match and work out a few things. We worked it out in New Orleans, I believe, and then our main stunt coordinator, Corey DeMeyers, actually flew out backstage and helped with that process of getting that match done for Jericho and all those guys over at Pinnacle and AEW. Good to be. I've worked creatively as a third party, just hire creatively with every top company, with the exception of New Japan and I think AAA and stuff.
Yeah.
Joe?
That's crazy. Like, I don't know if you aware of this, and like in the indies now, they're having like a lot of women face men. Are you? Have you ever faced a woman in any of your matches yet? I try to get your matches on YouTube, and I was like trying to catch it, and there's other stuff.
Yeah, tons. I've wrestled. I've wrestled women my entire career. I love it. I've wrestled Taya Valkyrie a million times.
That was actually my favorite. Actually, that match.
I've wrestled Kylie Ray. I've wrestled Ruby Reyes. I've wrestled Delilah Doom. I tagged up with Shotzi Blackheart many a night over at Bar Wrestling. I love tagging with Shotzi. I've worked with them on the other side, on the producing side. They've wrestled for me and that same and this stuntman Corey DeMyers. We own Rogue Wrestling, and we've had, which I've wrestled for tons of times, and I've had Priscilla Kelly on there and Shotzi Blackheart. I've wrestled. I started in 2003. I was wrestling women in Korea, so I'm probably one of the first cats to do it correctly, where it's 50-50 and not just like I'm beating your ass and you pull a schoolboy out of your ass or something.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because I noticed that a lot in wrestling, Panda, like that they've been doing that in the indies now, like crazy. Because we watch a lot of like there's a promotion in Boston, Massachusetts. What's the name again? The promotion geek again?
Chaotic. You ever
It's
hear
called Chaotic Wrestling. They're good. They do have a lot of good wrestling.
Beyond 2 is another one.
Beyond. I don't know if you ever heard of Davey and Not America's Sweetheart.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, she's from there. But yeah, in that promotion, like every other match is men versus women. Like I watched a lot of their stuff on their YouTube channel, and it's like make an example. Little Mean Kathleen versus Super Panda. You weren't there. I'm just adding a name together. But like, and it's like kind of like weird. Like for me, growing up in the '90s, women really didn't fight men. If it was just kind of like a stunt. Like, oh, Sable has to fight The Rock.
Right, Sable or China. Right, if it makes sense and stuff. You watch a Marvel movie and there's a Scarlet Widow or Black Widow or whatever fighting Thor or whatever it is. It's all the same. I'm interested in cool matches with legendary people. If the opponent, if I'm wrestling, if you want me to wrestle Taya Valkyrie, who's a multiple belt championship, who's won belts all over the world, that's cool to wrestle, or like a Kylie Ray or something. So if the opponent is an epic opponent, I don't see gender, sexual orientation, whatever. If it's just an epic person, I just don't want to wrestle bums.
Yeah.
Like a Tessa Blanchard also is another one.
I would, yeah, exactly. That'd be something, that'd be cool, right? It's the equivalent of wrestling a Sable or a China. These are people that are future stars. My mantle of people I've wrestled is a who's who of professional wrestling.
That's cool, man. I give you all the props, man.
I guess Charlotte or Sasha would be another great one.
That'd be awesome.
If you ever went to WWE, so.
But who would you want to face more?
That'd be cool. Yeah, I would love to wrestle Io Shirai. Actually, I think she's one of the best women in the world.
Definitely. Yeah.
Io for many moons.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Our favorite guest person in the chat asked before her head explodes. Do you have any pets? And if you do, what?
I love animals. I currently don't have any pets. My life is too crazy. I wish I had pets. I worked at an animal rescue, a cage-free animal rescue for many years, which was wild because you have 60, 70 dogs without cages because it's cage-free. But I currently don't have any pets because my life is nuts, and I don't know if I could take them. They're dead in 15 years, man. I can't do it. So I just handle other people's pets. I've always had animals around me, and like I said, I love animals to death. But I currently don't own one. I'm waiting until till my life slows down a bit. I'm never in one spot.
Yeah.
But I wish.
I just lost my dog this past Friday, so.
I have a lot of best friends that lost their dog actually in 2020, and I'm like, I can't do it. I love animals way too much. Can't.
Yeah, Friday, right when I was going down to see Geek, actually, we had to wait a little longer because my mom had to go to the vet and put her down. It was kind of like, it was rough.
It's awful. It's awful, bro. So that's why I've been avoiding it until now. So I'm not on an airplane every other week.
Yeah.
A couple questions. I was actually watching your matches on YouTube. Are you a heel or face? Because some of the matches you cheat, so I'm thinking you're a heel.
It's I let the people decide. It's I used to sometimes I've worked more depending on what era, what year it was. I've worked more heelish. And then towards the last 4 years, I've been more on the babyface side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm whatever I need to be to win, whatever I have to do. You know,
Sure.
you watch a Conor McGregor fight. The second time he fought Dustin Poirier, it was all shaking hands, all love, respect, hugs. The second time he was screaming like a maniac and being a lunatic. It's whatever he's got to do to get the job done. I don't think people are two dimensional. I think we're shades of gray, and I let people decide what they like or dislike. I'm just there to do my thing.
So, from the past of like lucha wrestling, who would you want to wrestle and why?
Tiger Mask.
You know,
the Tiger Mask is awesome.
Become best friends because I was just thinking that right before I said the question. I was gonna just say, would you wanted to wrestle Tiger Mask, but I changed it to who from the past. Then you said Tiger Mask, and I was like,
he's
Tiger
my hero.
Mask versus the Panda would be awesome.
Tiger versus the Panda.
Yeah. He's the reason why. He's one of the reasons why I put on the mask. You know, because the idea of having a masked martial arts stylist pro wrestler was so dope. And Norman would actually have us watch the Dynamite Kid versus Tiger Mask series of matches in school, like for study. And we watched them all, and they're incredible. And you know, he was the first. Him, then Rey Mysterio, obviously, who's still going. That's why I didn't count him because he's not in the past. He's currently kicking ass. But it'd be Tiger Mask, bro. Every once in a while, I'll message him on Instagram and comment on something, and he'll message me back, and I'll just start fucking geeking out. I have a pro wrestling distribution company that currently has a distribution deal with Pluto TV. There's a pro wrestling channel on there, 24 hours professional wrestling. It's got Beyond, Defy, everything, Broken Skull Ranch, and it has and I made sure that they had the Tiger Mask anime. So the Tiger Mask anime airs on there, as well as PCW Ultra from Los Angeles. I handpicked some of my favorite indies from around America, airing 24/7 on Pluto TV for free on the Pro Wrestling Channel, and I made sure that the Tiger Mask anime was one of them. I love Tiger Mask.
I gotta look for that now because
I wish you can get our podcast to air on 24/7. That'd be amazing if you can get us on
Pluto.
TV.
Yeah.
They're tricky. They're tricky to get on there. It's usually like matches or like show type shows. But we got a lot of great stuff on there. A lot of great women's wrestling. Or Women's Wrestling Revolution on there as well. Like I said, Broken Skull Ranch, pro wrestling themed movies. It's and some of the best indies, I think. I mean, you're talking about never before seen matches. You're like Jeff Cobb versus Luchasaurus. You know,
Wow.
you were seeing really interesting matchups of guys before they got signed from multiple companies, all from like 5-6 years ago. I think we're about to have House of Hardcore on there as well, if I'm not mistaken. Eventually, right? These things take a long time, right, to get everything in, airing because it's 24/7. So there's backdated stuff that gets programmed and aired. But it's the best channel for indie pro wrestling, in my opinion.
Oh wow!
Damn.
Gotta remember that, geek. Gotta remember that channel.
I have Pluto TV, but I mean, Pluto TV is an up and coming TV channel. It's freaking amazing right now. You could watch anything on there. Anything. Like let's say
there's matches that are currently behind a paywall that are on the Pluto TV Pro Wrestling channel for free.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because Beyond's on there. That's another reason we gotta watch Pluto TV, Joe.
Beyond and the Fire both on there.
So
yep.
It's so cool. Like that I was thinking about, now, should I ask him about Tiger Mask? Well, another wrestler that I would love to see you wrestle, and if he was able, he still does. He can still go. Is Muda. You versus Muda.
Oh, Muda would be awesome. I love Muda. He's sick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's scary though. He might kick my ass.
Yeah, you're gonna get Master Mask can be ruined.
I saw Muda in the Garden when he came out number 30 in the Honor Battle Royal. Police lost their shit, dude.
It's Muda. He's the man. Muda's wrestling Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Which those matches show some of Hogan's technical wrestling, which is cool.
That's the greatest Hulk Hogan match I think I've ever seen is Muda versus Hogan.
Probably, man. I've seen some good ones, but when he was in Japan, when he was young in the black trunks, he had some good matches.
Uh-huh.
The Muda match, and obviously Rock versus Hogan, but the Muda match is up there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So like now there's really like no like in some places there's fans, but like, how are you? Like, are you ready to get back in there with the fans? Are you excited? Like when they allow them go, AEW goes on tour. Are you excited about that?
I'm 100% excited. I can't wait to wrestle in front of an audience. There's some stuff coming down the pipeline. There are some matches coming up. I'm picky, like I said. I don't do this for notoriety or for money. I want cool matches, and I want an audience. So I'm kind of cherry picking stuff. But I am taking offers. If any promotion wants to shoot me a match that they think is cool, I'll take a look. But I got some stuff coming up in September, and as soon as there's an audience near me or anybody wants to fly me out to where there's an audience, I'll be there.
Yeah, we've had some promotions in the past on our show, so they might be listening. You don't know.
Yeah, we could send you them on the Instagram. They're good people. Like the Tennessee one that we had on our podcast. Yeah. What were they called? They were in Tennessee.
Next Generation Wrestling.
Next Generation. They're good people. They'll if we tell them that Super Panda wants to come to your promotion, I think they'd fly you to Tennessee to have you wrestle. They're good. They're really cool people.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm completely open to anybody as long as there's either a great audience or a great opponent. Somebody that'll something interesting. I'll be there for anything interesting.
Oh, also Victory Pro Wrestling in Long Island. They're another promotion that we went to that last Saturday. They're another good promotion that are doing.
I hear a lot of great things. I hear that New York likes me over there. I've heard from several different people that the cats in New York City like me. I'm actually good friends with John Boyega's stunt double, Aaron. Aaron, shout out if you're watching. He was telling me that a lot of he's friends with some wrestlers out there. They were saying that they like Super Panda out in New York City. So I would love to go out there and wrestle in the Big Apple.
Actually, Panda, they're doing a Royal Rumble in August for VPW called the Gold Rush. Is it Gold Rush?
Gold Rush Rumble.
Gold Rush Rumble. You could just surprise all the New York fans and just tell them I want to be in the Rumble. I say this now. You come out, that's gonna cost a pop. Just saying. You're in the Rumble.
I get to whoop everybody's ass.
Yeah, you'll win the Rumble.
so we talked about
that.
Yeah,
we talked about Taya. You worked with Taya and AEW, but you also worked with Luchasaurus. What was that like?
I love Luchasaurus. We're longtime training partners. Me, Frankie Monet, formerly known as Taya Valkyrie, and John Morrison lived together for years in a house, with a ring in the backyard and a dojo in the gym with full weight set and full fight equipment. And we trained every day and developed our style. Luchasaurus has taught me many things. I've taught him the way of martial arts, the kicks and all that stuff. If you look at Bobora's style in the first few seasons of Lucha Underground versus after we got a chance to work together, you'll see a clear difference in style. And he taught me all kinds of things of power wrestling and just pro wrestling in general. Because he was in NXT before going to Lucha Underground. And he's aside from having a master's degree, he's a genius, belt to belt in between those ropes. So I learned a lot from him as well. I've been lucky. Oh shit.
Oh.
What?
We lost him.
You lost the Panda.
But anyway, John Boyega, he's friends with John Boyega, like the Finn from Star Wars, which is amazing too. So
that's cool. Oh,
the mod would flip out right now if she heard this.
Oh my god! Oh no, the Luchasaurus was heard him talking about him. Oh no!
The Luchasaurus called the line.
Yeah,
that's probably
Luchasaurus
what happened.
got him, Geek. Oh no!
Yeah, don't say that. Don't tell him that story.
Hey, Geek. Remember what happened last time this happened when the Screaming Black? The guests came back and they were like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
That was what happened.
Yeah. So we can talk about the NYWC show, though.
Yeah, let's talk about it right now. Let's break it down. Let's talk match to match. So let's talk about it.
What's your favorite match, Joe?
It sounds kind of biased because we interviewed him. If you didn't check it out, go on the the Instagram page for Dudes at Ringside. I'm gonna say the main event.
Main event was freaking awesome, dude.
There was so many spots in that match that was like not even funny. I mean, I don't even know if they're gonna air it.
They did a spear right off the ropes through everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody at the end. That match was amazing. And the Sage match versus Joey Conway was amazing. Papa Don's match, you can't say anything bad about Papa Don. Papa
Don's the man. Like, yeah. I wish that we could. I was going to talk to him, but I was scared I was going to get in trouble.
All right, I'm back.
What's up?
Okay.
Sorry about that. My laptop wasn't plugged in like half.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry
about it. I do that too. I have to plug mine in because I have a microphone.
No, but you also you were telling us about John Boyega, because before I.
Yeah, I'm friends with his stunt double. We do a lot of training. We've worked on a lot of projects together. We just got back from a project in New Mexico. His name is Aaron. He's from New York City. He's a strong dude, martial artist, and also a graphic designer as well. And he's a wonderful human being. Yeah, love. He's good at holding mitts. We were just holding some fight mitts out in New Mexico after a night of drinking, which I greatly regret. But he's the man. I'm also friends with Will Smith stunt double, Travis Parker, Corey Myers, Taurus award-winning stuntman. You know, I've helped or been a part of the stunt game for the last 12 years. I've worked with 8711, which that's the stunt team that did the John Wick films. That's what's fun to me is I get to spar all these guys that are black belts in different styles. So like on a Monday, I get to spar somebody who's like a master at wushu, and on a Tuesday, I'm sparring with a professional boxer, Sammy Horowitz, the Russian Concussion. Shout out to Sammy Horowitz, one of my best friends. He knows how to get the best Cuban cigars. I've trained boxing with James Toney and Buddy McGirt. I'm lucky that I could train with some of the best people in the world.
That's amazing.
So one of our people in the chat asked, "What got you into wrestling?"
Well, I have an older brother who used to watch 80s wrestling with Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant and all that stuff and Ultimate Warrior. And then when the Attitude Era came in, that's what inspired me to want to be a wrestler. Just the Attitude Era. I was a fan of wrestling, but once I saw the Attitude Era, that made me want to do wrestling because I was always in martial arts and I was always in performing arts theater. I'm classically trained. I did Shakespeare on stage at the Miami Shores Performing Arts Theater. I competed in dramatic theater for schools and won 4 straight superiors in theater. And I've been a lifelong martial artist and boxer, and this kind of combined both. So it's like, it's like a fish to water for me.
And I could see another match that you would do if Attitude Era wrestler. I could see you versus either you versus Ken Shamrock or triple threat match. You versus Ken Shamrock versus what's his name? The karate guy from the Attitude Era. What's his name? Blackman? Yeah, Steve Blackman.
Steve Blackman?
Yeah.
Steve Blackman's awesome. I would love to wrestle those guys, man. I would love to wrestle any of those technical guys too, like a Dean Malenko or like a Jericho, any of the stockier technical guys. It'll be a lot of fun too. I like combining my particular style. I call it a Cuban strong style. I like to combine martial arts with the nice, clean technical side of professional wrestling that I learned from Norman.
Who would you say hits the hardest?
Oh, damn. That's a good question. Some of these people are strong as hell.
Yeah.
Probably the hard. Bigelow hit hard. Karrion Kross hits really hard. I always wrestle these giant guys. Eric Watts wrestles hard, but the hardest hitter, he'd probably be John Morrison.
John Morrison.
he knows what he's doing in there. He's strong as an ox, man. People don't know that John's strong as hell, and he hits real hard. I like it though. It's not in a stiff way. He's just a strong dude. Also, Brody King is very, very strong as well.
Brody King is amazing, by the way.
The hardest I've been hit is against Warlord. Remember from the 80s?
Oh yeah, I know the Warlord. Oh jeez.
Yeah, Yeah, Warlord hit me the single hardest time.
Oh gosh, I met him at an NYWC show, and I thought he was just gonna take a picture of me and put his hand around me or do the fist thing like they do in every picture. The man stuck his hands around my neck, Panda, and I'm 5'1". He stuck his hands around my neck, and like the picture of me, him standing behind me with his hands around my neck. I'm just like I'm about to die. Like, yeah, man, that's one of our friends. It's Murad.
Yeah, we didn't really do the watch along last night because we had a family party. So sorry about that.
Yeah. Oh, I like that ring. I totally love
cool.
that ring, Panda. That ring is so cool. I love that. Indian head. That thing's sick. Oh, and that ring.
Won it in a poker game in Miami.
So it says you also worked the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with as a stunt double for the Miz and Morrison.
Not really a double. I helped choreograph the fight beats between John and the character who plays Bruce Lee. And then my stunt team came in and coordinated some of the action for that piece and come up with some of the concept to make it kind of look like the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood trailer. I've been blessed to work with John on a lot of random things, promos, and I don't necessarily call it working with them. I just have friends that I ask them for advice and ideas for stuff, and they'll come up with stuff for me, and then I do the same for them.
Did you ever?
So it's a good time all around. But that was fun. I like choreography. I think that came out really good, and I like the choreography too.
Did you ever get to meet Vince or?
No, it was like a third party thing. I never, I've done motion capture for WWE directly for their video games, because I can mimic anyone's movement and do anybody's punches and stuff. But the rest of it has just been third party, where the wrestler themselves will bring me in to help or advise. Because they're essentially independent contractors.
So another question from our audience, our lovely audience. Do you have? Oh, here we go. Geek, put it on screen. There you go.
Do you have merch? Everybody wants to know if you have merch.
Yeah.
I'm bad about. I just never sell it. Like I said, I'm a space cadet with merch. I have shirts and I have a comic book. I have a Super Panda comic book that's kind of like, for adults. It's rated R because there's a lot of F words and cursing in it and violence. But I usually don't. I'll sell it at shows sometimes. Sometimes I don't if I'm not feeling it. Like I said, I don't do this for money. And the merch that I do have, I sell it because I want people to have stuff because they always ask me for merch. But I'm working on the second issue of the Super Panda comic book. So if I actually finish that and get that up and running onto a website or something, I'll put my shirts. I have shirts, pins, and comic books that aren't for sale anywhere right now just because I'm an asshole. Because I'm not thinking that way. But I should. I should, though. So as soon as I got some cats working on issue 2 of Super Panda. Once that's done, I'll throw up the pin and the T-shirts on this so people can enjoy them. And I apologize for being an asshole.
No stickers.
Yeah, it's black and white. Yeah, it's a black and white comic, just like the OG Ninja Turtle comics. You're right. You're 100% right, brother.
Yeah.
No stickers. No stickers, Panda.
I got pins and shirts and a comic book, but not up anywhere to sell yet.
Because we have stickers. I was gonna say if you have stickers, we could do a sticker trade.
I'll make some stickers, brother. I'll get some made.
We have our dudes at ringside stickers. We do a trade.
We still need the PWO, the Panda World Order sticker. Come on.
Yeah. Oh gosh,
we gotta get on that now.
Watch.
That's happening.
If anybody wants to set up the website, I'll give you 10% of all the merch sales, and you set it all up, and I'll give you what I have merch wise. I just, I'm just a fucking space cadet, bro. What can I say?
Marauder, Panda needs help.
Panda. He's
really
good
at that stuff. He's good
at selling stuff, making logos. He's good at drawing.
He's a master. He's a master.
So, I got a bunch of shit ready to sell.
Marauder,
I've got a PWO pin. It's Pizza World Order though.
Pizza World Order. There you go. That's my next question for you, Panda. What is your favorite food?
Man, I like pizza. I like pizza and Cuban food.
Ooh, see, there you go, Panda. You ever come to New York? Let us know. I'll come to New York purposely to see you at a show, and me and you and our ever so spiffy will go get some yummy New York pizza.
We'll do it.
It'll be Panda Pizza Podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
Panda Pizza Podcast. That's the running joke of the show right there. Panda Pizza Podcast.
When I came there, me and Geeks ever so spiffy ran out during the middle of one of our shows. Randomly got me a plain slice and a chicken bacon ranch slice, and I was toward the end of the podcast. I was like, and I was eating pizza, and the guest got on my case. He was like,
"You're really eating pizza now?"
Eating pizza now? I'm like, I was in a car for like 3 hours. Jeez. Sitting in the car like, I need food. Drinking coffee, eating pizza.
The best
Pizza podcast.
Yeah, man. And tacos. We like tacos here.
So, you didn't. I know you worked AEW Dark, but you didn't say that. I think you were telling me earlier that you think you got injured before that, or after.
Yeah, I got hurt in January. I was wrestling in Defy Wrestling. I was in Seattle wrestling a Defy show. It was me, Luchasaurus, and Marco Stunt as the indie, as Lucha, as the Jurassic Express without Jungle, and it was us against Strong Hearts, at Defy, and I had a full quad tear in the opening of the match. Exactly like what happened to Triple H, is full quad tear. So I was essentially the entire year to recover. Surgery to reattach my quadricep, 9 months to recover, and then my first match back from injury was in November for AEW Dark. So like my last match was end of January, and my first match back from injury was November. My goal was to wrestle, because usually people take the whole year and they don't wrestle until the next year to recuperate. So my goal was to come back and wrestle that same year, and I got lucky enough that match back was at AEW. What a great way to come back!
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So WrestleMania is going to be in Texas. Will you be at WrestleMania in Texas, or you don't know yet?
I don't know yet. I would love to, though. I love Texas. I would love to be a part of that week of fun. Nothing set in stone yet, but I would love to.
Yeah, because me and Joe would love to meet you.
That'd be cool as hell to meet you.
We're hanging out in Texas, so you'd be down
as
for
I
it.
said, Mr. Super Panda, we have a sticker with your name on it, sir. If you come there, we'll save you a sticker. There could be some British wrestler wanting a sticker. We're like, I think we just ran out of stickers, Geek. No, we have one here.
He's like, shut up. Right?
I don't want to get karate chopped.
For sure. I would love that.
Yeah, man. We love it. We love helping wrestlers in any way we can. And by us having you on our podcast right now, you're being seen by people from like the United Kingdom, Germany, Scotland. Like now, actually, as of Friday, we're having a girl coming on our podcast from Finland. Everywhere. Like your beautiful little mask is being seen everywhere. like in different states, countries. We haven't broke through Japan yet.
No, that's kind of hard. That's kind of hard. That's very hard.
We almost did with that girl. One that came on. Where was she from? Taiwan? No,
Bosnia.
What was it, Geek?
It was Bosnia.
So yeah, Bosnia. Yeah.
No names though.
Yeah, I'm not saying the name. I'm saying we almost got her, but we couldn't get the time.
The time was off. The time was off.
Both of us, and she said, "No, I can't do it." And I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
But
sure.
Whatever. But we're happy to have you on here, Panda, and it's so cool to have like a legendary lucha like you, man. It's so cool.
It's like, and the funny thing is, there are no Panda luchadors.
That's true.
You're the only one.
There might be, I think there's one somewhere, but no one as cool as me.
No, right?
Yeah.
We actually talked to a luchador from Australia, actually, which is actually pretty cool. Like an Australian luchador.
That's sick.
It's sick, you know.
We're gonna have to send you his Instagram so you could follow him on the Insta.
I think he's a chicken, actually.
He says that, but I don't think he really means he was a chicken.
His name is
he's a giant chicken.
Yes. All I can think is the from oh god.
Animaniacs?
Yes. Yes. He's a chicken. A giant chicken. Chicken Boo.
His name's Supercharged Valito. I don't know if you know him.
Supercharged Valito. Yup. Oh my god. All I can think is the people like, he's a chicken. He pulls the hat off. It's a chicken, a giant chicken. And
he's like a war hero, so they're offended that he's calling him a chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole match, he's like, this is not my opponent, it's a giant chicken. And he just runs out of the ring.
They never believe it.
Panda versus the chicken. Oh my god, I can see the headlines now. WrestleMania week of Valito comes out, a roster picks him, and they're like, let's do it. Do what? The chicken versus the panda. In Texas. Who will win? The chicken.
Somebody's got to book that match now.
Perfect match. The chicken.
We'll be down for it, right?
Giant chicken versus the
I'm always down for it, brother.
That's hilarious. Oh God.
Who would be the heel? Would you be the heel, Panda, or?
I'm comfortable baby facing as of late.
Yeah. So you'll be the so I think he's a baby face too. So it'll be baby face versus baby face. Actually, there was what's up?
We'll shake hands after. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I always like that.
Like an old school Ring of Honor match where they shake the hands before and after the match.
Yeah. Have you been to Ring of Honor yet?
No, I haven't. I would love to wrestle. Well, I've been backstage at Ring of Honor, supporting some friends of mine. Obviously, I work with PJ Black. He's over at Ring of Honor. He's a longtime friend of mine. We're training partners. And he's wise. He's been in the bees, second, third generation. Been in the business for a very long time, and he's a sweetheart human being. I love him. I've been there for stuff. Yeah, PJ's the man.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering. He's been everywhere. I'm surprised he's been to. Another promotion I don't know if you ever heard of is OVW.
Are they still around? Yeah. They're just not affiliated with WWE anymore.
No, they're not affiliated with WWE anymore.
They're their own thing. Al Snow is one of the people over there.
The head coach.
He's great. Yeah, I was backstage with him at a Bumps and Bruises show in Los Angeles. He's the man.
Yeah.
He's coming on our podcast actually.
November.
Coming up in the months.
Right.
Supposed to come on.
November 19th, Joe. You forgetting dates already?
No, I was hanging out with you at NYWC in the sun too long. I think my brain got fried.
Our brains are both fried.
Yeah. We were sitting at the dinner table today, Panda, and I was eating dinner. My mom said something to me, and I'm eating. She looked up at me, and my dad looked at me and said, "Man, Randy, you got some color." My dad, did you forget I was in the sun at a wrestling show outside in the front row? I was front, it was hilarious, Panda, that we got to this event and we were waiting online, and I told the person, tell the blah blah blah, we're here, and then Geek's heart, I swear I saw Geek's face, his heart went from the happy heel to, oh my god, did I leave the stove on? His face was like, because they said to us, oh, dudes at ringside, you two come with us. And it wasn't like a, hey, you two come with us. They were like this, you two, come with us. And we're like this. If there was a camera on my face at that moment, Panda, my face was the color of your mask. I was like, oh, fuck, we're dead. They found the weed. They found the weed in my bag. Like the cops, and the whole free movie. Geek was scared out of his mind. I was kind of not scared because I kind of knew we're a podcast. They may want to ask us a question, ask us something. But yeah, they let us pick our seat like before everybody else got to the venue. So yeah, you definitely have to check out some East Coast promotions like those guys, VPW, because there was another. We were there Saturday night. They do some good wrestling, and they have a lot of good wrestlers on the roster, like TJ.
TJ Crawford's amazing.
TJ Crawford is a
Oh,
definite
he's cool. Yeah.
must see, dude. I'd never seen that man wrestle in my entire life, and I was just like, dude.
Man.
This guy's a future like a legend. They need to have him
like a future Daniel Bryan, basically.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
he's insane. Like the
If he
stuff he
doesn't go-
does, his moves.
If he doesn't go
Here
to
we go.
AEW or WWE, it's like you too. I mean, if you don't go to WWE or AEW, they're missing the boat.
Thanks, brother.
I'm
Has
being
anyone
serious.
ever created you in any of the WWE games?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I had a couple of fans make a Super Panda video game just on like PlayStation Dreams, you know, where you can make your own game and shit. But I don't know if it was made me on, you know, on one of the main games. I won't, brother.
Now I'm gonna check that out, Panda. When I get off, I have PlayStation. I have the 2K19 because I protestedly didn't want the 2K20 because all the messed up crap that was happening in the game with all the glitches. I didn't do it. I'm gonna check it out and see if there's Super Panda on there. If there isn't, I'm gonna make you an game. I'm gonna try my best.
Whoever makes Super Panda makes it good. I'll share it.
I gotta work on it. I gotta get the picture of your mask that I used today in the promo I made. And look, if I don't do it, Marauder's probably gonna do it before me because he makes the good wrestlers too. He's one of the people that makes wrestlers too.
For sure.
I'm still at that level in the game that you have to like delete people that you created already that have like the 4 slots available because there's people that sit and play the game all day long, and I'm like, I have a job.
All right, Panda. Is there anything you want to promote or?
Well, no, just my Instagram. You know, you show me some love on Instagram. That's where all the news will be breaking. I've got some matches coming up. I've got a comic book coming out. But really, if you want to support me, just show me love on Instagram. I love communicating with my fans. Any kind of news breaks there first. Yeah, no, man, just come on by and let's have a good time.
All right, I want to thank you so much for coming on our podcast. By the way, Super Panda, you're the man. By the way,
no worries, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, dude. It's a pleasure and an honor.
All right.
No worries, man. Great chatting with you guys.
No problem, man.
And you could, and if anything, if you ever make it WWE or something, we could always come back. We could have you back in the future.
100%. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it again in the future.
We'll make it happen.
All right, later.
Later, brother.
That was
what a great guest, Joe. Oh my God,
he was awesome. He's a good guy. I like all his stuff.
He could chat forever, right?
Hey, man, he's a good guy, and I really enjoyed him on this podcast. We will make this happen. He will be back. Prospect fans, the Panda will be back.
The Panda will come back, definitely.
He's back ringside with the boys.
So, Joe, you want to talk a little bit about the show, or?
Oh yeah, let's ramble, big guy. Let's keep going.
Oh man, that show was freaking amazing. If anybody,
which one, Geeko? Geeko.
Do you really have to make me pick?
I don't know. If you want to.
You really have to make me a pick. That heat was brutal.
I'm trying to see if you get mad because as I said, NYWC is home for us, so we can't really say this or that because Dickie will be like, "Oh, really?"
Yeah.
He'll pull the string up and the tickets will be gone. Missed it.
Yeah, but no, both shows were freaking amazing. By the way, Money in the Bank, we didn't really watch it, so can't really talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, both NYWC and the Victory Pro Show were both great. I mean, that main event in NYWC was absolutely amazing with that spear through everybody. That was awesome, you know?
Yeah. So
And
I don't know. I have so many ideas for NYWC to toss if they ever ask us, hey, do you have any ideas for any shows? I would think they need to do like what VPW is doing.
Yeah.
They need to have a Royal Rumble,
they need to do a tournament.
a tournament like almost like a King of the. They have the Heart and Soul, so
I
that's
know,
kind of
but
like their.
I would say do something like the King of Long Island tournament, which would be awesome.
But what would they have to do? They would have to have different indie promotions on
That's
Long
what I'm
Island.
saying. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Like, what would they do? Have to have like they
You
would
could
have
do
to have,
you could do VPW versus NYWC.
or have VPW, NYWC. Is there another one in Long
Yeah,
Island?
there are plenty of other ones. So
And
you
they
got
all could combine. Here we go. Game plan, Giku. They have to have it at a big venue, kind of like the sports arena that we had VPW at.
yeah.
And have like try to sell as many tickets as they can because there was a lot of room in that place.
Yeah.
And make it like, oh my god, I just thought of something. Make it like the old WCW pay-per-view that has the different rings, like 3 or 4 rings, all the different promotions rings, all like 3 or 4 rings, all in one circle.
Don't get him started right now, Marauder.
The Queen is again.
You're
More
gonna
like woo, not woo. Watch, she's gonna get beat up tonight, and our favorite superhero is gonna win the women's title.
Becky.
Ew, not Becky. Screw Becky. Becky could fall off a cliff. I'll hold the baby. Bye, Becky. Oh,
That's me.
we're gonna have our favorite superhero win the title tonight.
We're gonna lose viewers for that, Joe. Thanks a lot. Right?
Yeah, like a war. There we go, Murat. Like a war games. Have all the different promotions rings all like set up in a like triangle, and all of them every promotion goes at it and made it like a war game / Royal Rumble. So they all the different rings, and it's whoever wins, whatever promotion's the last one left. You know what I mean? Like all the different promotions, make it like a Royal Rumble war game style. You know what I mean? All different. And it won't be 30 men. It'll be 100 men and 100 women. Have the women's one and the men's one. Be the King of Long Island and the Queen of Long Island.
That'd be awesome because
different. Have they a really long show? Have like King and Queen, and then have like tag team. First, have a tag team rumble for all the tag teams. Then you have the women's. Then you have the men's. Boom.
Yeah.
Call it the King of all Long Island.
And Queen.
King and Queen of all Long Island.
Don't forget
Think
that.
about it. You can have tag teams doing a rumble together. Like a rumble for the test, just tag teams.
I think they did a King of New York match, which is like all the New York promotions, but King of Long Island would be pretty cool too.
Because the other promotion that could be part of that thing, even though they're not technically Long Island, but they're New York, is Northeast Wrestling.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me House of Glory.
What's House of Glory?
They're out in the city.
You can have a House of Glory. They're New York, but they're not Long Island.
Yeah. So
I guess we're gonna have to research this later, Geek. Like what indie promotions are just from Long Island?
Yeah.
Because I just knew NYWC, and the one you just said, I didn't even know.
Victory Pro, right?
Victory Pro. You kept talking about Victory Pro.
Yeah.
When do they do their shows?
They usually. What do you mean?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Like when do they do their shows?
Usually once a month, like NYWC.
Well, Geek, if you want to go to that show, if they do a show on the 14th, I'll do Victory Pro.
Mm-hmm.
How much are their tickets usually?
They were 30. They were more. So.
Oh.
All right, Joe, we're rambling too much. You want to say your goodbyes or?
All right. I want to say thank you to the Super Panda for coming on our podcast. We're super honored and it's super awesome to have him come on. Just don't forget, guys, if you want to donate, the code is ding, 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 ding. There it is. If you want to, HTTP. Streamlab.com/dudes at ringside. Dudes at ringside podcast.
Yeah.
And as I always say, thank
What?
you, and hand this over to Metal. Gook and gook 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 gook.
I just want to thank NYWC for a great weekend. Victory Pro. It's been awesome this weekend. So I want to say this is Lan, well, Geek,
Hat.
the Geek, and Joe. We out.
The Junior. We out of here. See you Thursday, babies.